back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the first of hopefully a couple of Halloween makeup tutorials here on my channel. Today's tutorial is going to be for this leopard look right here, and I only used eyeshadows to create this look. I didn't use any face paints or anything like that. So if you're like me and you're the type of person that doesn't want to go to the Halloween store and pick up face paint and use face paint, then this is a great tutorial for you. I only used my Lorac Pro palette, the original one in the black packaging. That is the palette that I use to create everything that's going on in my eyes and all the leopard spots over here. I am also not the type of person that likes to actually dress up in a costume. I just like to throw on all black, do something cool with my makeup and my hair and call it a day. So if you're like me, then hopefully this tutorial will be helpful for you. If you guys like this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And if you guys want to see how I created this leopard makeup look for Halloween, then please keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off this look by priming my eyelids, and I am using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and I'm just going to be blending that out with my finger. And then I'm going to go into my Lorac Pro palette, and I'm taking the shade Cream to set that base. Now I'm going to be going back into the palette, and I'm going to take the shade Taupe, and I'm taking this shade on a Sigma E40 brush, and I am going to start building up my crease. We are going to be creating a nice cut crease for this makeup look because I want it to really open up our eyes and make us look as leopard-like as possible. So I'm just going to be taking the shade and I'm blending it throughout my crease, and I'm trying not to get anything on my lid. So now I'm taking Anastasia Beverly Hills Sienna because I wanted to add some warmth to this crease, and there was nothing in the Lorac palette that was going to create that warmth. So this is the only shade that I'm taking that is not in the Lorac palette, but I'm just taking this on a Sigma E25 brush, and I'm going to be building up the crease even more. I am just making sure to wing out the end of this eye look to make it a little bit more cat eye shaped. So I'm just going to be building this color back and forth into the crease and making sure not to get anything on my lids. Now I'm going to be taking the shade Sable on a Zoeva Luxie crease brush. This is the 228, and I like this brush because it comes to a nice fine point at the tip, which makes it ideal for cutting the crease and blending shades into the crease. So I'm just taking this shade and I'm going to be deepening and darkening this crease using this brush, and it really just gets right in there and makes this blending process super easy, and I don't get anything on my lid. Now I'm going to be taking the shade Espresso, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm just creating a gradient so that when I add the black to actually cut the crease, it doesn't look too harsh because we have a gradient of shades going from dark to light. So I'm taking this shade on the same brush, and I am just going to go ahead and continue to blend this into the crease. So before I go in with the black, I want to make sure that I clean up the lid from anything that might have come down a little bit too far from the crease, and I'm just using the shade Cream on that same brush that we used to set our eyeshadow base, and I want to make sure to bring some of that lightness into the inner corner because I don't want it to be too dark. Now I'm going to be picking up the shade Black on a Makeup Geek pencil brush, and I am going to take the tiniest amount of product and I'm going to cut the crease, and I'm going to kind of flick it upward into the other shades, and then I'm going back in with my Zoeva crease brush, and I'm going to make sure that I am blending that shade out because I don't want it to be too harsh. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black eyeshadow again on an angled brush, and I'm going to be mapping out where I'm going to be doing my winged liner. I find that this is much easier than just going straight in with the eyeliner, because if you mess up with the eyeliner, it's a lot harder to get rid of than if you're using a shadow because you can kind of just blend it away. So I like to map it out first to make sure that everything is matching up where I want it to. So that is what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to move on to my face. I'm taking my Tarte Clean Slate Primer, and I'm going to be putting this into my T-zone area just to fill in my pores, and I'm taking two shades of my L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Foundation. I'm taking shades 104 and 106. I am just placing the shade 104 in the center of my face and 106 on the perimeter because I want to add some dimension, and because we are going to be a leopard, I want to add a little bit more warmth on the perimeter of my face. So that is why I'm using the darker shade. And then I just blend that out with my beauty blender. So now it is time to set and bake our faces. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm taking that on my beauty blender, and I'm going to be setting underneath my eyes, my nose, underneath where I am going to be contouring and bronzing, and my chin. I just want to make sure that everything stays in place, because if you're going to be wearing this makeup all night, to a party, whatever, you want to make sure that your makeup does not move. So I am just baking in those areas, and then we're going to move on to bronzing. For bronzer today, I'm going to be using Give Me Sun by MAC. It is the warmest bronzer that I own, and I wanted to make sure that I was nice and warm and bronzed today because I want it to mimic that of a leopard's skin. So I'm taking this a lot. I'm taking a lot of this all over my forehead, at my temples, and bringing it down on my cheekbones and bronzing over there. And then I'm going to take it down my neck, and I'm going to be putting a lot on my neck because I am going to be bringing down the cheetah prints there anyways, but I want to make sure that my entire face and body is nice and bronzed. So now that I am done bronzing, I'm going to be contouring using my Hoola bronzer by Benefit and my NARS Ita brush. I just want to make sure that we have a lot of definition on our cheekbones to make sure that we look as fierce as a leopard. I'm taking that underneath my cheekbones, on my nose, and a little bit on my jawline, but not too much. So now it is time to dust away all the excess powder on our face, and then we are going to highlight. For highlight today, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Illuminator, and I'm going to be using that with a Smashbox fan brush, and I'm going to be taking a lot of it on the tops of both of my cheekbones, on my forehead, the center of my nose, my cupid's bow, and on my chin. I just want to make sure that I am nice and highlighted everywhere because it'll look really cool peeking out behind all of the spots that we are going to be putting on all over the place. So before we do our spots, I just want to finish up the eyes, and I was out of the frame for most of this, but I just went over my eyeshadow liner with a liquid liner, and I just kind of filled it in and made sure that it was nice and dark. And then I extended the inner corner a little bit with that eyeliner as well. I wish that I used something else because it wasn't as precise as I wanted it to be, but you know, you live and you learn. So now I'm going to be taking my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk, and I'm going to be lining my inner waterline, and I'm going to be taking the white also just a little bit underneath where I extended that inner corner with the black eyeliner as well to make our eyes look super open and cat-like. Now right underneath that white on my lower lash line, I'm taking Anastasia Beverly Hills Sienna, and I'm just going to be smoking that out right underneath that, and I'm bringing it down pretty low because I really want our eyes to look huge, and that white eyeliner in the waterline is really going to help, especially with the dark shades underneath that we're going to be smoking out. So I'm just going to be smoking this out a lot underneath that lower lash line, and I'm taking the shade Black on a flat definer brush. This is the E15 by Sigma, and I'm going to pack that right at the base of my lashes underneath the white eyeliner, and I'm really going to smoke that down. And then I'm going to draw on 3 fake eyelashes in the corner of both of my eyes to add some definition. And now we're going to move on to the nose. For the nose, I just took any black pencil liner to outline the shape, and then I'm going to be filling it in with my NYX liquid liner because I want it to stay put and not smudge if I accidentally touch it. And I fell out of the frame while I was doing this, so I am sorry for that. But after I filled in my nose, I just wanted to fill in my upper lip, and I overlined it a lot with this liquid liner to make it look nice and pouty, and I also drew a line just in between my cupid's bow. And now I'm taking the shade White from my Lorac palette, and I'm putting it on my upper lip on both sides of that line that I drew, and I am taking that black kohl liner again and just creating little whiskers. Now for the bottom lip, I'm taking this Tarte lip gloss, but you can use anything you want from a red lipstick to any other lip gloss that your heart desires, and just fill in that bottom lip. And now we're going to move on to the spots. I am taking the shade Gold from my Lorac palette, and I'm taking a flat brush. Any brush will work, and I'm just going to start placing these dots wherever I think they work all over my forehead on both sides. I was just placing the dots to kind of frame my face on both sides, but you guys can just kind of watch what I'm doing and see where I'm placing it and follow along, but I don't think that we need me talking through this, so I will just let you watch. So now that we have all of our spots on, I want to add the details, and I'm just taking a liquid eyeliner and I am creating little like half C shapes and full circles and any type of direction that I feel like doing on each spot. It doesn't have to be perfect. No two spots have to be the same. Leopard spots are pretty, you know, different, so you don't have to worry about messing this up. Just kind of go with whatever you feel like will look good. And then we're just going to pop on some eyelashes, and then this look is complete. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a happy Halloween, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.